Hello everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Just wanted to share with you and review those three different shovels that I just received from Predator Tools. I have not seen a comparison of those three together per se, just looking at them against each other, so I thought it might be helpful for someone. So after much research, I've decided to go with those three different shovels, specifically from Predator Tools, because their stuff lasts, and once you hold one of these things in your hand, you'll know exactly why. So this guy is called Phoenix, and this shovel is known for producing the perfect plugs. I mean, literally, those plugs look like Hercules kisses. It's so beautiful, it's so perfect. This is good when you go into a park. So if I have to do metal detecting in a park and there's people around, and you want to deal with the currents, you don't want to hear uh, people coming up to you and hey, you're destroying the grass and what are you doing? This thing, you make a plug, you put it back, you can't even see it. So for perfect plugs, especially if it's parks where there's people and you want to keep it on the low, it's this guy. Now, when you're going into the woods, somewhere with, you don't really care about the perfect plugs, you don't care if you cause some damage, then this is your guy. This is the Ranger. As you can see with how this spade is shaped, this is going to go through roots, it's going to go through whatever is underneath. This is like destruction. You want to get that hole open, doesn't matter what's inside, this is what you use. And in the woods, there's a lot of roots, so that would be a perfect fit. So if I have to go into the woods or somewhere that I don't really care too much about producing perfect plugs, and I want to go deep, because as you can see, this spade is pretty deep, the Ranger is your guy. So that's why I got the Ranger. And just so you know, this is the measuring tape, so it kind of starts at the tip, they're all lined up. And this guy's at, I don't know, 33 and a half. This guy's about 35. This guy is the shortest. So this guy here, this is called Hercules. Uh, this is, oops, sorry. So this is when you're digging in places that are super dry, or the sand is so soft you can't even make plugs. You just need to scoop as much as you can per per dig, and just not worry about anything else. So this is your guy. So whenever I'm going somewhere there's maybe beachy sand, or some really dry sand, or some really soft sand that it's not going to produce plugs, you just want to dig as much as possible, this is your guy. The way this spade is shaped, it's meant for digging. It also, if you do face any roots, whatever, this is serrated on the left side or the right side. In this case, this will help out as well. Now, so these are my main three shovels. Now the thing is, sometimes you go to parks and you can see, the length is like 33 and a half, whatever, 35. This is probably 32 or something, whatever. But sometimes even this kind of looks awkward, right? You're going in the middle of the park, there's people. Off hours, who cares, right? But sometimes there's people playing soccer, doing stuff, and even carrying one of these things can look kind of, well, at least for me, I get kind of embarrassed sometimes. So what I have is, for each of those shovels, I do have an alternative that it's really kind of, stealthy. And I'll show you what I use for each one of them. If I want to go to a place, and I do have, whether it's a wooded area or a nice park, or I want to produce clean plugs, or if it's somewhere that is, like sandy beach or some really dry area that I want to dig out, and I want to keep it on the low, try and be as stealth as possible. These are the alternatives that I use. So let's start with the Hercules. So the alternative for the Hercules would be the, also made by Predator Tools, and this thing is a Raptor. Kind of does the same thing. It's meant for just shoveling, getting as much material as possible and getting it out. So to me, this will be the alternative of this guy. So if I want to do whatever this guy's trying to do, but keep it on the low, stealthy, the Predator Tools Raptor would be my, my go-to shovel. Now what about this guy, right? The Ranger. It's already huge, and you need to have something strong against wood, weeds, and whatever branches, right? So in this case, I use this guy. I mean, it is... So this is... Oops, sorry. So this is by Lishi or Lachey, or this is called the Samson. So it kind of gives you the same profile. I've tried it many times. That's kind of what I've been using before I received the Ranger. Same thing, good for woods, good for branches. It will just rip through everything as butter. I don't really like the T-handles, I'm sure you notice. But it is still low profile. It's pretty thin. The blade doesn't look too, crazy. It doesn't look like you're going to destroy the whole place. So I would still consider that stealthy. But that's what I would use to replace this guy if I want to keep it on the low. Now finally, my Phoenix, and this is what I would use. Also another Predator Tools. This guy is called Sparky, and it does exactly the same thing. It gives you perfect plugs because it has that same, profile, that concave profile. So it just does the perfect plugs, and it's so stealthy. So that's usually what I carry if there's, if the park has a lot of people, there's kids, whatever, you don't want to look scary like you're going to bury a dead body, that would be this guy. And the nice thing about this is I can always hang it on my my kits right here. So every one of my kits has this thing here called shovel holster, and it just sits perfectly, plugs in here, and you carry this around. It's so light. Just part of my kit. I have both. I have two harnesses, one for the Raptor and the other one is for the just a normal digging shovel. So each of them has the same thing. So in case I want to keep it on the low, this would be my shovel. I've used this a lot. You can see it looks brand new, still shiny, brand new. Good stuff. Predator Tools, they make the best tools. So this is how it kind of looks like. The main shovel and the alternative. Low profile alternative, main shovel, low profile alternative, and main shovel, low profile alternative. Now I hope this was helpful somehow. And thank you so much, and have a good day.